Hello guests and subscribers! Scotland is a beautiful country in the north of the UK with an extremely interesting and fascinating history. Many cultures have lived on this land, including the mysterious Picts, ancient Romans, Vikings and Highlanders. In the territory of modern Scotland, you can find many beautiful historical monuments, which is evidence of the rich history of heritage country. One of these is Edinburgh Castle, which majestically towers above the city, crowning the magnificent view of the capital of Scotland and at the same time is a symbol of the heritage of the country. The castle is built on top of the extinct volcano called Castle Rock. The history of the site dates back to the Iron Age, when the first settlers established a settlement on Castle Rock. The first mention of the built fortress dates back to 600 AD. Nowadays, Edinburgh Castle is the most visited historical attraction in Scotland. The road leading to the castle walls is called the Royal Mile. Its length is exactly 1 Scottish mile. The main gate, built in 1888, welcomes all visitors to the castle. The figures of William Wallace and Robert the Bruce can be found on both sides of the gate, the main fighters of Scottish independence. The castle regularly hosts various events, and there are several museums which describe the different eras of Scotland and familiarize visitors with the history of the country. The castle has had many roles in its centuries-long history. It was the residence of the kings of Scotland from the 12th century. Queen Margaret, who was later ennobled as a saint, passed away within the walls of the castle in 1093. Her son, King David I, built a chapel which is the oldest building in Edinburgh today. Scottish Parliament first met within the castle walls in 1150. Celebrations and state occasions were organized for King James IV in the Great Hall of the castle. Mary gave birth to a son named James IV in the royal palace in 1566, and he became king at the age of 13 months. In 1603, it was he who united the crowns of England and Scotland. The military and strategic importance of the castle was also very important, as it was located on the very top of the mountain, and its walls offer a perfect view of the approaches and the surrounding area, which often determined the outcome of military battles. The fortress was repeatedly subjected to sieges and assaults. A raid led by Thomas Randolph ended with the Scots retaking the castle from the English in 1314. The castle became a significant military base from the 1650s. Its walls were last stormed by the Jacobites in 1745. A military garrison was stationed there until 1923. The dungeons of the castle were used for hundreds of prisoners of war between 1757 and 1814. Edinburgh Castle has been open to the public since 1830 and is now Scotland's most visited historic landmark. The architectural appearance of Edinburgh Castle combines the embodiment of different periods of construction in this amazing structure. The oldest surviving building is St. Margaret's Chapel and was built in the 12th century. One of the most fascinating parts of the castle is the Great Hall, created in the 16th century, as well as the royal palace where James VI was born. A more recent addition is the Crescent Battery, which was built after the Siege of Laon 1573. It was armed with bronze cannons called the Seven Sisters for 200 years. The other Argyle Battery in the open air is also protected by 6 guns. The construction of the castle continued for several centuries. More and more parts were added, each reflecting the architectural style of its time, from the Middle Ages to the Renaissance. The Scottish National War Memorial commemorates the dead of the First and Second World Wars on the site as well. There is a 1 o'clock cannon on the Mills Mount Battery. It fires at exactly 1 o'clock every day except Sunday. This tradition has been maintained since 1861. In those days, the shot was used as a signal to ships at the Firth of Forth and Leith harbors, so that sea captains could accurately set their sea clocks. Today, the cannon shot symbolizes the connection to Edinburgh's traditions and history. The castle walls offer a mind-blowing view of modern Edinburgh and its significant sites, including the Scottish National Gallery, the Walter Scott Monument, the Nelson Monument, and others. If you enjoyed our video, please like and subscribe to the channel. See you soon!